Hello and welcome or welcome back. I just want to jump straight into it because, as you can probably tell from the title, there's some stuff here that I'm extremely excited about. This video is going to be a collective thrift haul of jewelry, clothing, accessories, music, and even a home decor item that I got over the last, I want to say like 5 to 6 weeks. So let's just jump straight in and not waste any more time. I wanted to start off with one of the more boring items, or I don't think it's boring, but it's more simple. It's just this tank top that I got at a flea market. It has a slight rip detail to it. It's not exactly black, it's more like anthracite. It's by the brand Viventi, or I don't know how to say that, Viventi. And I specifically got it because the material is really nice. Apparently it's silk and cashmere, which that is not something that usually gets into my closet, so I'm excited about it. I'll show a little clip of me wearing everything that I show off. I'm also not going to do like full outfits with all of these items, but I just wanted to give an idea of what they look like on. And on that note, at the same vendor, on that same flea market, I got my next most simple item, and it's just a little cotton turtleneck sweater. The other one I had, I wore so much that it completely lost all of its elasticity, and so it just became very slouchy, and I still wear it, and I refuse to throw it away, but it's good to have one that actually properly fits. It's by the brand DECOR. The quality just felt nice, so good basic to have. The last item that I got at this flea market is this top with like batwing sleeves. It is by the brand We, and I kind of think the silhouette of this item is a little bit dated, but not in the good like cute vintage way. It's just a little 2014, I guess. But I quite like this lace paneling that it had, so I thought I could make it work because I like everything with interesting textures. So, and it's also nice and soft and light, so maybe this is going to be nice in summer as well. I think for these 3 tops I paid €2 each, so about 6 in total, which I think is a really good deal for some basics that I still needed. Next up is this cardigan. It is by the brand Comma, and I love this very much. It's hard to show because it's very thin and drapey. I got it because at the bottom it has these cute sort of pointy parts. You'll probably see it better if I show myself actually wearing it. I believe I paid €7 for this, which I think I just got spoiled with thrift store prices that I think €7 is a lot. One of the favorite items that I thrifted over the last few weeks is this vintage blazer. It has a beautiful floral pattern all over it. It has a velvet collar. It has shoulder pads, but like proper ones. It fits perfect, it's perfect. I love everything about it. I found this while thrift shopping with my neighbor, and she was so jealous, but I saw it first, so you'll see what I mean in the try on clip, but wearing this just kind of makes me feel like an 80s vampire, and I love that for me. Is this blazer cool or what? And if you say what, we're gonna have a problem, because you're wrong. It's very cool. Up next, I have a dress. I thrifted this online. It's by the brand Esprit. I think Esprit makes really cute black dresses sometimes, or used to make. I don't really know what they do nowadays because I only really thrift their clothing. It is completely sheer. It comes with a slip dress. It has these adorable little layered mesh sleeves and layering right at the bottom as well. I thrifted this online for, I want to say, €8.50. I love the sort of vintage looking silhouette that this has. This is the last item before we get to the skirt of skirts. The skirt that quenched my thirst, my seemingly insatiable thirst for skirts. It's this turtleneck. And I know this looks kind of boring. This turtleneck is by the brand Jake's. I know that it says XL, but I don't think that this is actually an XL, or someone washed it and it kind of shrunk, because this fits on my body more like a size M would. So I don't know what happened to it, if the sizing was just off with this brand or if it shrunk. I'm really excited because it's so incredibly warm and soft and it feels amazing. It apparently is made out of Angora, lamb's wool, and a little bit of nylon. I have never owned anything out of Angora because, well, there was kind of like a thing about it being kind of horrible for a while when I was younger. So I never wanted to support that, not that I had the money to anyway. And I'd never found anything out of this material at the thrift store. This thrift store for some reason had like so many sweaters out of like amazing material. They had like cashmere sweaters, like sort of silk blend sweaters. I decided to pick my favorite because I wasn't gonna go home with like 5 turtlenecks, and I picked this one. I tend to steer away from buying larger sizes, but this really didn't strike me as a proper XL. And finally, we get to it, the skirt of skirts. The skirt that changed my life. And I wish that I was being dramatic. Are you seeing this? Are you kidding me? The textures, the lace, the patterns, the volume, absolutely sickeningly beautiful. When I saw this at the thrift store, I'm not kidding, I almost shit myself. It's by this brand called Sportalm. I paid €8 for this, but this is one of those things that like, they could have said anything. I would have paid it. They could have been like 30. I would have paid 30. This is quite heavy and quite thick, so I don't think it's suitable for summer, but you bet your ass I'm still gonna wear it in summer because nothing will rip this thing from my body, okay? You know, if I don't accomplish anything anymore my entire life, at least I thrifted this skirt. This thing will become a family heirloom, and if it's not gonna be worn by my grandchildren's grandchildren, I'm gonna have a bone to pick with them. You might be thinking, I've seen it all now. I've seen the best thing in the video. Have you though? Because if you remember the title, there's like one more thing that I am so incredibly excited about. And so I'm keeping it for last. Because first, I still have some accessories, jewelry, and music to show you. Let's start with jewelry. I got this little necklace. It clamps with this little magnetic closure, which is really convenient. Well, it's not looking very good layered with this one, but I think it looks adorable. I thought these little white stones would contrast well with my clothing. Got this at like a antique mall type situation for €3. Actually, my boyfriend got it for me. Today I got these 2 things that still have the tags on them. I'm super excited about this chunky silver bracelet because I've just been looking all over for chunky silver jewelry at thrift stores, and for some reason I have a hard time finding stuff like this, so I'm really excited. I got this for 50 cents. And lastly, in the jewelry category is this little ring that I got today for €1. It's nothing special, but I thought it just looked kind of cool and unique. And I've been wearing a lot of rings lately, so this one will definitely get some use. In the category of accessories, I got this shoulder bag, which I just think looks so cool. I love things with like big O-rings and silver hardware. I love the sort of like asymmetrical leather details. It's by the brand Renato Angi. Don't know if I said that right. I'm trying not to buy bags all the time because I usually just use the one I use every day. But that one is slowly getting worn out a little bit. This is good to have as a backup. I paid €3 for this. So I thrifted another pair of shoes. Please don't tell my boyfriend. Not because he would be mad, but just because I'm embarrassed. Pointy toe buckles, kitten heels. And they're like new. Actually, one of them still had like the paper stuffed into it when I bought it. But just look. They're by the brand Young Spirit Fashion and Shoes. Never heard of that. I'm gonna have to learn how to walk on kitten heels because I've never owned any. So if like in like a try-on clip I look weird trying to walk around in them, that's why I've never done that before. I genuinely don't know if this is interesting to anyone but me, but over the last few weeks I thrifted this stack of CDs. I just wanted to go over them real quick. I'm not gonna go into detail about every single one because else we would be here for an hour. I got these 5 off of Discogs. First one, The Chameleons, Strange Times. I was hoping to find Script of the Bridge as well. This will have to do for now. It's also an amazing album. I got And Also the Trees. Pretty cool. I haven't listened to this like CD in full. Yeah, great album, great band. Then Blaine L. Reininger, Live in Brussels, 1986. I haven't listened to this in full yet, but I'm absolutely sure it's amazing. Then I got Pink Turns Blue, Phoenix, and Ghost. Specifically Ghost is like a 9 out of 10 album for me. Just got both of them. Then 2 CDs that I actually found at the thrift store, which is crazy. This Ministry CD, as well as I actually found a Susie and the Banshees album at the thrift store. Susie and the Banshees, The Rapture, which is one of my favorite albums. I don't think it gets as much attention as some of the other ones, but specifically the song Forever makes me cry every time. Listen to it if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then 3 albums that I thrifted online. First of all, I got a bit damaged in transit. Christian Death, Death Wish. Just really solid album, classic songs. Just didn't have the CD yet. And then lastly, these 2 Diva Destruction albums, which are so good. Specifically this one I had been eyeing on Discogs for a very long time and I couldn't find it anywhere. When I found it on a different secondhand media website. So we have Diva Destruction, Passion's Price, and Exposing the Sickness, and I've just been listening to these in my car over and over and over and over again. Okay, so that's it for CDs. So I'm gonna move over to the craziest home decor item that I've ever gotten. Okay, now I have to preface this by saying that everything that's inside of there still, I am gonna take out. Just look at this absolutely gorgeous stained glass terrarium thing. Now, there's like a fake cactus and fake succulents and a bunch of dust and sand in here, but I just couldn't wait showing it off. It has like one tiny little crack in one of the glass panels, but it seems stable there still. I paid €25 for this. I'm trying to move it around to get you like the best view of it, like the best angle. I don't know if it really comes across just how pretty it is. It's like this combination of white stained glass, clear glass, and mirrors. And it's just so mesmerizing and beautiful. And I love it so much. forgot to film an outro earlier. Very professional, so I'm just doing it now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was entertaining. I hope to see you in the next one. Just gonna say it, I have like an Instagram and a Pinterest, links below. And also, like and subscribe. Thank you. What? Bye!